Hayi, the Karate FC. Ponya! Awakhobe sikobe. Anyakuzwa mina Gatsheni, ngikuzwa kahle. Loud and clear. Kuzwakele Gatsheni ukuthi angeke ba rest as long as we are still a Kaizer Chiefs player. Akunama points azodonate mahhala. What can we say? It's football, but amanye ama incidents abhlungu because now two players have injuries. The other one, Ukwini Kupiru, fractured his collarbone. Duduzi Shabalala dislocated his arm. So it simply means good team. If they had dreams to go to the FIFA World Cup, that dream is over because it takes longer than the days that are remaining so before the World Cup starts. But akukho esingakusho because kuyothiwa awulazi ibhola ama-fans ama-player we-Sundowns nawo bewa-rough. Yes, asikuphikisi lokho, but bona they were reactive ukuthi beze nge-rough game nathi asidlale rough game of which igcine seyimosha igame. But asikho lapho kakhulu. Today we're gonna discuss about Coach Miguel Cardoso, about what he said after the match versus Kaizer Chiefs on his post-match interview, and we're gonna discuss about co-coaches with Kaizer Chiefs because I vele sekucacile ukuthi hayi awasafunwa, no matter how hard they try ukuthi beze nama approach so that they don't lose games. Fans don't care. So asivele sihlala udabeni kodwa ningakhohlwa ukulike nokusubscribe to the channel if awukaka subscribe, but most subscribe danko. We're gonna discuss obviously about Coach Miguel Cardoso. He did say something ukuthi a Kaizer Chiefs that was coached by Nasreddine Nabi looked more dangerous and strong last season because they defeated Mamelodi Sundowns in Nedbank Cup. So even the game that they played at Lucas Masterpiece Moripe, where they lost by 1-0 Kaizer Chiefs, they looked like a team that was hard to beat, a team that made it difficult for Mamelodi Sundowns to have full control and play their usual football. But comparing to Khalil Ben Yusuf and Cedric Kaze, I don't know is it disrespect or he doesn't rate them at all, or he rates Nasreddine Nabi because it comes from a place of genuine appreciation because they are colleagues, and we know in sports if someone does better you have to say it out loud. So I'd say tactically he's giving him his flowers. He was doing a good job compared to the co-coaches. So that simply means Kaizer Chiefs by firing on Nasreddine Nabi, it wasn't a good decision. Believing maybe Kaizer Chiefs this season could have been a team to beat, even though I still believe they've been fairly good in such a way there's a huge improvement we see by the points accumulated, by the games that are being won, and the areas whereby they try to fix, especially at the back, because last season we were leaking goals. But I'd say he rates Nasreddine Nabi because he is a technocrat. So compared to the co-coaches, I believe he doesn't rate them because obviously he took an opportunity for him to win against Kaizer Chiefs this season because he only got 2 points from Kaizer Chiefs. And that's not surprising because obviously Mamelodi Sundowns at the back of their head when they approached this game, they thought no, we've played Kaizer Chiefs for almost 6 years and they haven't beaten us in the league. But Kaizer Chiefs had another plan. Okay, this is how we're gonna approach the game, of which I'd say besides the fact but bona what they intended to do, it was visible. but tactically I'd say they are not that good, and you don't have to blame them because it's their first time coaching a team like Kaizer Chiefs. A lot is being expected, but they don't have an experience of that caliber to be the head coaches of Kaizer Chiefs. And they were given an opportunity by management, and they made sure they do as they possibly can to make sure their work is being seen by a management, because baku position 3 and there's a high chance of them cementing that number 3 spot if they work hard in these 3 remaining games, the coaches. I'd say as I've said, post-match analysis, they don't seem like people that have a plan B when things go south, because we are playing against the team number 1. They have a man down. Still, you are the one that is being forced to defend. You're making late subs. Okay, yeah, shift the approach, because we see the approach was simple. You defend from the middle at the back, deprive Mamelodi Sundowns space. You rely on counter-attacks. But if you don't get those moments, how can you go forward and create? Because I think the best chance for them was that goal. After that, what can you decide? I will at least try to take something out of my sleeves. What can I present that is going to be an element of a surprise to Mamelodi Sundowns? So you see, sometimes it's not even about criticism, but it's about what do we see in the field of play. The coaches, to be honest, I'm not saying they are a good match or they are good to coach Kaizer Chiefs, but all I'm saying is that what they did is what they were asked to do, so we cannot falter them at all, because they were tasked to do this job. Try ibambe Kaizer Chiefs, and the benza njalo okay, we're gonna work hard. If you have to grind for results, let's grind for results. So their only sin is that they are not Nasreddine Nabi and they are not liked. But if they can present something on the table, yes, improvement is not an achievement. I think that's where we confuse the two words. Kaizer Chiefs in past 4 seasons were finding it difficult ukuthi bazithole ku top 8. Now bazibona ku top 3. All because of our coaches. When the team wins, it's the players. When the team loses, it's the coaches. We should be fair on criticizing, and also we should be fair in giving credit to each other. But the other thing is that, as I've been mentioning in previous videos before, they are not bad coaches. It's just Kaizer Chiefs, it's a big club, and it seems like yabasinda. And the basindeni kwabo kanje, it invites pressure, unnecessary pressure, and from what is being done, from our lineups not being consistent, decision making from them, it makes it more difficult to advocate for them to stay at Chiefs. Because even if you can say let them stay for another season, how sure are we that they'll continue with the same momentum that they've given to the club? Because Abu Bobby and Kaizer Jr., they knew what they were doing. And some can say they were sabotaging them, or some can say they were looking for an easy way out. But now, babon no man, there's light at the end of the tunnel. But decided no abahlali. So if wena ngathiwa nje yavuka kusasa kuthiwa no, we've decided to keep the coaches, who will you blame? The coaches or the management? I think we've been frustrated to an extent whereby we are channeling our frustrations, our anger towards the wrong people. Basemsebenzini abantu. and angeke bazixosha. That's the sad part. If management decide ukuthi ningahambi, akukho esingakwenza, because we'll decide ukuthi asimacheni futhi siboshwe. Going back to Coach Miguel saying ukuthi uNabi made Chiefs look stronger and dangerous, I don't dispute that, because we all saw last season ukuthi, as he said to Nabi ukuthi this is a project. He saw what was the problem last season, and this season they tried to fix that. We saw the pre-season ukuthi they were trying by all means ukuthi bakwazi ukudlala under pressure, ukuthi bangafuni ukuconsider ama-goals, but that was short-lived, because this season he only coached 2 games and then he was fired. So that's where everything we need to point the real problem, which is not the coaches, it's the management. They are the ones that are deciding. And also, what if they've kept Unabi and Unabi didn't deliver as we wanted? Because we love Unabi, we all love Nasreddine Nabi, Baba Nabi. But we are left with the 2 co-coaches whom are sweating every day, trying by all means, what can we do in order for us to be liked by our fans? Tactically, what can we do? Nasreddine Nabi came at Chiefs, won the club Nedbank Cup. That's a good thing. Statistically, the run that he had in the league, it wasn't good. These ones have a good run in the league, but they didn't win a trophy. So you see which one carries the weight. Ile trophy. It's like people now they are saying Guti Usipho Chain with 18 clean sheets and Brent Peterson with 13 clean sheets. The one that carries weight is the one of Peterson, because he makes some saves that are decisive for the club. And the one on 18 but to go vacation every time Orlando Pirates might land. But we are the same people that say Guti defense wins you championship. When they want to select the best defenders, we say, no, we can't select these ones. We need the best goalkeeper. Goalkeeper alone, my clean sheet, we are better because the defense is strong. Max select defense, defense is not tested. Same with the 2 co-coaches. Ngoba manje konke abakwenzayo is to try ukuthi babe on a good side of the fence. And it seems like they are dismally failing. We want some players to be played, they get to be given an opportunity. They don't deliver. But we are the same people that were calling out the names. Would play Chislet, play Ushinga, play Upartman, play Uvelepai. Now we are saying we need to be honest about Uvelepai. It's like we've signed a Sohota 2.0. He needs to snellies. Because they can even sign Upito Msimani or another high-profile coach. Does that mean Guti we need to be patient enough to let him build a squad that is going to be competitive? Are we that patient? That's the question. Kodwa angilazi bafethu, angilazi. This is my 2 cents. But into engiyaziyo ngempilo ukuthi into eqala phezulu ephansi iyodwa ithuna kuphela.